Welcome to the Halloween edition of Word Up.
That's wild. You're wild. This is our stand.
Yeah, when shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly is done, bitches, we unite at dawn.
You should tell Brónagh about your mummy.
Huh?
You should tell her about your mummy.
My mom's a witch.
Is your mum an actual witch? Yeah. Right, okay, so we're going to get stuck into this because Jasmine has just informed me that her mother is a witch. I would have said that about my ma too, but
no. My mom, whether she's a witch or not, she's a witch. She's a
witch?
Got the papers and all, you know.
Yeah,
really?
psychic medium.
Oh!
And a good one.
What, she talks to dead people? Mm-hmm. Like, she's actually good?
She's like found missing people.
Has she?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or missing bodies.
She's found bodies.
Yeah.
Good medium, but late to the party, you know, they're dead.
Could just be a murderer.
Well, it's like, could just be a murderer.
Let's find this dead body.
Yeah.
She's like, I think the body's over here.
Do you know, there's a good story in there somewhere, like, just kill people, then, like, give your services to the police and be like, there's
Supply and demand. That's
yeah,
basic
that's it.
business.
Cover your ass.
Absolutely, yeah. This is Jasmine and Brónagh, as you've probably known from before. Do you want to tell us about yourself, Jazzy Jazz, before we get I need to find out more about your ma.
Oh, God. What do you want? I don't know. I live here. I love it.
When did you come here?
2 years ago, and I'm not going back.
Not going back. She's
going
not
back.
going back to America. They've got guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you actually really like it here?
I love it here.
You're not just saying that because you're in a Brónagh sandwich?
No. I can't imagine life out of a Brónagh sandwich.
You leaned back so far.
I love
Like
it.
you enjoyed it.
You like that, didn't you? And do you just genuinely, you prefer it over
I love
here?
it. I love the culture. I love the people.
Whose culture, but?
She won't give
Culture
you a
that
straight
doesn't
answer.
involve me.
Yeah. It's all the one culture. We just like to pretend that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Technically, if we all embraced it, I think it would. My friend's husband is a Protestant man, and he would call himself like he's a Protestant man, but he's an Irishman.
That's the same. What do you call him? James Nesbitt. He went to a thing last year. Me and my dad went to it in Dublin. Ireland's future, like a talk about like not about reunification or anything, just about like Irish politics and whatever. He says that about him being a Protestant, but he's an Irishman.
Yeah.
But he didn't think about that until he went over to England. It was very like everyone kept calling him a Paddy, and he didn't understand because in Ireland he is just a British man, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the thing.
But it's crazy because it didn't really come in over here. Like, my granny would say that she remembers the time when, well, she wouldn't say this anymore because she's dead, but she remembers back in the day when
Call it my mom.
when Catholics and Protestants, like, it wasn't the way it was until sort of Paisley came about and started, like, inciting a lot of
You asked me about him yesterday.
lot of hatred and otherness. And, you know, she said, like, for example, during World War II, when the bombs were falling, they all went round to their neighbours, like round in the Shankill Road, and got them and brought them into Clonard, because Clonard has, like, catacombs underneath it. So they, like, went round and got their neighbours, and, like, they all hid together. Like, people would have interacted together daily, and it wasn't a big thing. And then the, like, partisan sort of politics
Yeah.
caused all of that shite. But anyways,
You see all the photos of all the Maz and Lanadown giving out the cups of tea to the soldiers and all. So I feel like it did get, like, it was alright, and then it, like, went mad, and then sort of settled down again.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling her about Paisley yesterday and about how he settled down in his later years and how Martin McGuinness became sort of chummy.
became
towards-
mates.
Yeah, towards the end.
I know everybody gets docile in the end of their own lives because they're like,
Mellow.
I'm going to meet my maker, I may as well start behaving myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You always get to be at the chapel railings and you're going, are you? But that's the beauty of faith. You can be an absolute bastard, and as long as you say you're sorry in the end,
There was
who knows?
a fella who, my chum used to bang this born again Christian. And he was a born again Christian. He was a bastard, and then he was alright because he was born again Christian. But every time they banged, you're not meant to bang. Every time they banged, he used to get down on the floor and pray every single time. But he just did it every single night.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
That's whatever keeps you keeping on, you know.
Yeah, do you
Fair
know,
dues.
I born again Christianism is a beautiful thing in a lot of respect. But I know quite a few born again Christians who were absolute mad bastards.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's the beauty of it, because it's like, I'm born again, I can leave that behind. And I'm all for that. But at the same time, I'm like, how much of that is actual redemption and how much of it is wishful thinking?
you know, or just an out.
Can you really change the fact that you're a murdering narcissist? Or have you seen the light? Who knows?
I know, well, if you're doing it every single night, you know, post sin, you're going to sin every day and then pray every night.
It's like the, there's certain brand of people who, from certain religions, will, like, get married for the night so that they can, like, have sleep with prostitutes.
Oh.
And then in the morning, the way in which...
What are you looking at me like I'm for? Is it about something to do with
I was thinking of my mom was also a prostitute.
It's an honest job. Do you know what I mean?
hard day's work.
But tell me about your ma. Is that why you live in here and you don't want to go back home?
No. She's great.
I mean about the medium stuff, not about the prostitutes.
Oh.
Like she waking you up going, ooh.
No. She's something.
Some pup for one pup.
Yeah.
Either way, she gets the willies up her.
Something.
If it's a ghost or a hunter, I don't know. I'm only joking.
I love her. No, she
sounds like amazing.
everyone loves her.
Can we phone it in? Be like,
She would love that.
Jazz's ma.
I've blocked her.
For now.
She's a good source of material and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of my favourite jokes are about your mama.
Do you joke a lot about it on stage?
Oh yeah, I have to. If I don't cry, my mom's mad. She's crazy.
But she's very like, do you know who she looks like? She's very pretty. She looks like, do you know Angela Dunlap, the medium from West Belfast?
Oh fuck, is there
I know, isn't it
a
mad?
psychic look? Does she actually look like
She just happens to look like Angela Dunlap. I remember saying that and being like, oh my god, she's a medium too. And I was like,
plot twist?
Yeah.
I just spat on you, sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Angela Dunlap is your
my
mom.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Indeed. And so she's actually found dead people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in like Criminal Minds at all.
Do you buy into it?
Yes and no. Like I buy into it, but it doesn't like seem to overlap into her personal life. She can see like everyone's future, but she's been married 5 times, so I'm just like,
Love is blind.
Yeah.
Does she say like that you can't read your own sort of life and all this, or I'm too close to you to read into
Yeah,
it?
she begs to give me a reading. She begs all the time.
Oh really?
You can't. It's like spiritual assault to do it against someone's will.
Oh,
So she has
spiritual
to, like,
assault.
Yeah, she needs like my permission, and I'm
my
like,
God.
no.
No.
Have you ever got a reading done?
Holy shit. No, if I don't. Fuck's sake, I can't handle today's problems. Why would I want to know about tomorrow's?
I'd love to go to a wee medium. I don't see what they think. Like, I don't know.
That's how I ended up doing what we do now. I thought I was joining the fucking queue to do a wee course in being a medium, but it was comedian. Dyslexic.
Just like read my mind right now.
Would you what would you do if they told you something really bad?
I've got quite a fuck it mentality. Like, I'm not a big fighter. I'm sort of like accept the fate. You know.
What would you do if somebody told you that you were going to die this time next week?
I just thought about.
Would you not do anything special?
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Really?
Whoever's in with me in my life will be in with me to the end. You know what I mean?
I would plan a really mad prank. I would do something really sick. Just
Really?
Like, yeah, just freak everybody out. I love that. I love it
Like
so
what?
much.
Like just be like, have everybody show up at your house on the day you're meant to die.
Yeah, and just like positioned, and they're all thinking, oh, fucking.
Actually, I probably would do that because
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like me to want an exhibition. Like I'd probably fucking stage a one-woman show and like get everybody to pay in and then die, and then be like, see all that money, that was for my funeral, sorted. Do you know what I mean?
That's, I didn't know where you were going in the first half there.
I was like,
But,
where we
yeah.
going? Where we going?
Yeah, the
That's a
first
good idea.
half, yeah, but then yeah.
But
like,
we live like that. Like I feel like we don't like we just say whatever. Like I'll confess my love to someone. I don't care. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You wear your heart in your sleeve type thing, type person.
I think it's more of like
On the tip of her tongue.
word vomit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! You want to hear today's word? Word of the week is quite. This is quite relevant, actually.
Heterophemize.
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 I think it means new word vomit.
It's when you say something that you didn't mean, or like you say something that you didn't mean to say. So whenever somebody like heterophemizes, it can mean a lot of things. It's quite a great word because you can use it to be like, it can be saying yes when you meant to say no, or it can be, do you ever say something that's on your mind when you're not supposed to? Like, The reason that I love this word is because I'm still haunted. You know, your 3 o'clock in the morning thoughts when you wake up and you go, oh, it's okay, they've probably forgotten it now. And it was 10 years ago. There was a girl I was working with before in the pub, and we were all like working one morning, and I'd been out the night before. I was a bit hungover, and she turned around to me, and she had, in fairness, she was a lovely girl, but she had like 4 kids already, so I think I just thought she was done. And she was single. She was always going on about the fact that she was single. And then she came into me, and I was just like working away, and she went, Brónagh, guess what? And I went, what? And she went, I'm pregnant. And I went to say, congratulations, but what came out was, whose is it? Right? Yeah. And whose is it? And she went, cheeky bastard. Like, she really wasn't happy with me at all. And I was just like, I mean, it was one of those ones you couldn't even dig yourself out of. Like, I went, what I mean to say is, congratulations, are you with someone? And it was still cheeky, do you know what I mean?
Dig a hole deeper.
Do you know what? I left that job not long after that, and I'm wondering if it probably was something to do with
deep down. Yeah.
And then I came in for something to eat like months later, and she was out to here, and I was just like, please, 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 don't come near my table.
Did you figure out who it is?
Don't come near my table. Yeah, please. Is it yours? Is it yours? Are you sure? Here, while we're on the subject, congratulations to Sean. Sean has just found out. Well, he's not just found out. He's been keeping it a secret, but it's allowed to be out now that Sean's going to be a daddy.
Yeah.
I am buzzing for you. Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
You will never know tiredness like it, but it is the most rewarding. Do you ever see those people that give you that sort of shit? It's exhausting and spend all your money and they're just squealing money boxes, but it's the best feeling in the world. It is. Sweet face, sorry, you look really worried.
No, I'm all biz. I'm over the moon. Like,
I am fucking delighted. Like, I feel really excited about your baby, and it's making me think that you guys are probably worried that I'm going to try and steal it or something. But it is just, I've seen the scan and it's the cutest.
What do you think it's going to be?
Cutest
You're
wee
my
ba.
psychic. What do you think it's going to be? Girl or boy? I have a feeling it's going to be a girl.
I have a feeling it's going to be a girl.
I'm going to say boy.
You've had all boys, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say
you're best.
healthy.
Yeah.
Be a healthy baby.
Jazz, can I just say something?
Yeah.
You were born to live here.
Oh,
Absolutely. Like,
stop, because I'll
there
cry.
she was. Can I just say healthy? Like, you just fucking embodied every aunt and ma I've ever had. Like, and ma I've ever had. But, you know, like, Mimi. Yeah, do you know, like, just as long as it's healthy, sure, that's all that
She slips
matters.
into the accent all the time.
That's
It's
very
really
good.
disorienting.
You were born.
you
Go
got-
do your best, Belfast.
I can't. I'm terrible. But
It slips out. You see this? I've had her for
This is me.
mess. She see when I say something, she repeats it after me. Like,
I can't help it.
accent.
It's just
See, are you ADHD as well, though?
Yeah.
Because I have this terrible habit of copying people's... I mean, my husband's got an English accent. I'm only joking. And it's dead on, but whenever, like, we're having an argument, that's where, like, it just gets to me. 'Cause it's just a man's voice for a start, like, slobbering to you. But whenever you're like that, I'm like, oh, fuck off, you fucking cunt, you know? He's like, no, it's not that. No, I'm sorry. And you're like,
That's proper English out there.
go away.
I was in group therapy, virtual group therapy on Tuesday, and it was just like, it was this new girl, it was this new therapist came on board, and I didn't know her, and like I was the first one on, and I'm quite outspoken. I'll just sort of be like, well, folks, how's getting on now? Because they're all like freaked out and weird and all. And the girl, I was like, oh, sorry, I'm just gonna run and get some water, and she went, water, like that. And I was like, bitch, I don't know you well enough.
getting
But you know
therapy
what?
and you're getting bullied.
Water.
She was probably heterophemizing there. She didn't mean to say that.
Paid too much to heterophemize anybody.
Yeah, that's... Oh, was it your
This
therapist?
is a therapist.
Fuck her, you're going out with a complex?
Yeah.
Imagine going into your therapist and them mocking you. You'd be like, all right,
I
fuck
said,
you.
I went, are you making fun of me? And then she was all, anyway, guys, so, I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
You go into your therapist and you're like, where'd you get them shoes?
Your therapist is like, I know why you're here. You don't even need to open me. Don't tell me. Did you get bullied in school?
You know Daddy, do you?
Your dad left, didn't he? I would too. Actually, it was because my partner's only after Dan. Fuck, you never would have told me you had a partner. Jesus, love to stay.
On in, Specky.
What a big buck tooth.
Me and Taz were getting on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I used to, I don't know. I used to have a bit where I would guess if people in the audience had one or two parents. And it always went down really well. And then one time I did it, and I was like, you. And his whole table, their faces like dropped. And I'm like, why is everyone being so weird? Yeah. And I'm like, how many parents do you have? And he was like, both of my parents just recently died. Haven't done the bit since.
Are you serious?
It was grim.
But this is the difference in American culture as well, because she took it so bad.
Was this in America that this happened?
No, it was here.
Oh, wow, it just went, really? Fucking lucky them.
There was a wee guy come on after. He's quite new to the thing. I don't know how much he's gigging, but he was like, he went hard. He was like, stand up, Harry Potter. But it went down all right. You know, it was like... You know, just caught out.
That happened to Luke McGibbon a couple of weeks ago. I went to Lavery's.
Oh God!
And he was just doing this wee bit of crowd work, and he was like, slagging different people's like parents' jobs or something. Can't remember what it was, but he came across this woman and says, "I'm about you. What do your parents do?" And she's like, "Oh, my dad just passed away 2 nights ago or something." And it was just like...
And you're at a comedy gig?
What's wrong with you?
Everybody needs a laugh.
Something's wrong with her.
And then Luke was like, it was like, right, I'll leave you alone. And then was like doing other people's like tables and like, and slagging him, going like, well, your dad won't be involved, but whatever. No, like,
Jasmine, you should have turned around and went to her. You should speak to my ma.
It's okay. Do you want to talk to your parents?
Yeah. Do you want to talk to
I can arrange
I'll
it.
sort you out. But did somebody else do it to him?
yeah, like, he kept it going, and then she was taking it well, so like, he was like making more of a joke of it, but then she came into the green room afterwards and just says, because then
She came into the room?
Aaron came on after Luke and had saw like his bit and then doubled down on it.
Risk, but we love it.
And then before Andrew came out, like Luke came out again and done a wee bit about it, and then had the break, and then she came into the green room at the break and just went, "Excuse me, can you just like go easy on the stuff about my
She done it in
dad?"
a really nice way too.
And it says it's getting a bit much
Bless.
for me, and he's like, "I feel awful."
Oh my God.
Because she was being a really good sport about it, but then...
So they
like,
thought she loves this. She's having a
Yeah.
great time. Really inside, she was like, "I want to go home and cry over the dad's body. It's probably still in the living room."
She like went out to laugh. She's like, I just need to get this off my mind.
Yeah, need to get it off my mind. And
They're
then
like,
all
your
of a sudden-
dad's dead.
It's terrible, but that humour is great. It's so dark. Darker than my eyebrows. I fucking love it. Your dad's dead. God forgive us. That's awful. But honestly, see if they'd have went, my parents just recently died. Oh, do that bit again. That's
It's a really good bit. It is a really good bit.
I like the first time I did it at Brickworks, and it went over so well. And
Yeah.
I was like, I love this. And
Yeah.
then by the time I did it there, I was like, never again.
So what do you do whenever people tell you what their mummies and daddies do? Do you say like, oh, yeah, you know
Well,
what?
usually I can tell. I just look at them and I'm like, you definitely have two parents. And they're like,
yeah.
yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and you just live with your mom.
Yeah,
And they're like, yeah.
You lived with the granny and granda, didn't you? Because your mom must have been a drinker because you've a wee bit of the fetal alcohol look about you.
That's terrible.
Well, that would go down well, I think.
Get it from my mother.
This is why I don't do that type of bit, because I would probably just get splinters in my nails from fucking scraping the barrel.
It's terrible. It's terrible, but when it slips out though, when things come up. See, especially when you're in that, you get into the zone and you're like on a wee, and everything's going really well, and then you just get a wee thing in the face, you know.
It's like whenever
Can't stop yourself.
you're singing on your own and you feel really confident because you're like, this is fucking great, this song, and I'm hitting every note. So you're like, I'm on my own. I'm going to go for the high note and that Mariah Carey, and you go,
Somebody turns the
Maybe
radio
not.
off.
Yeah, somebody and you realise that you're just Homer Simpson and the fuck out of it. Like, oh, that's what it's like whenever you like hit a bum note on stage and you're like, kill the atmosphere
Anyway,
instantly. So yeah, give me an example of whenever you've heterophemized.
You have a big problem with me doing this. I see if there's like, I have no holds barred when it comes to anything about me. I just spill the beans. But then Jazz always really worried about telling me stuff because if there's a moment of silence, like the other day, my brother's getting guinea pigs, right? My brother's told me he's getting guinea pigs. No, I don't want that to happen at all.
Okay.
Me and my dad, I didn't have anything to talk about, so I told my dad he's getting guinea pigs, and then my mom called me all the traitorous.
Could you
bastard.
not do with like a quiet moment so you were like,
Yeah, I was.
anyway, he's getting guinea pigs.
What was I phoning him about? Phoning him about like. Might I make a pasta pick? He makes this special pasta pick, something like that, I can't remember. But there was like wee lull, and I was like, do you ever heard of Sean getting the fucking guinea pigs? Can't look after himself, sucking the guinea pigs. And I was like, I say, bastard, I'm gonna follow him around. I can't stop it, but then when she tells me biz, it's like,
Did you hear? Oh, I see. I love that kind of thing. Imagine you being in the long cash, or like being in. Where did they take you? Do you interrogate you? Castlereagh.
but if it was,
You'd have been sitting
if it
there
was
like
proper,
be dead on if they were just talking. But the second like it gets to quietness, you're like, well, I didn't do it, but I heard it.
no, I see anything like serious, but I see all like gossip and all. Yeah. I don't think that's dead serious. Like, oh my god, okay, she banged your boy, whatever. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just say it. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't because it's no skin on my back kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if it was like who's in the IRA, like I would keep that to myself. You know?
Yeah, just keep on to your fucking self. You know what I'm saying there?
You know, I need my knees. Respect my country.
Yeah, I love like I my favorite sentences are the ones that have "don't tell anybody" but in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Or no harm.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
no harm to you, or no offense. You're like, oh fuck, there's about to be a fight. Right? No offense. I was going to call him a show. Well, I'm still thinking of it. Call him a show. No offense, because it's always something that I say before I say something really offensive. Right? Like, no offense, but you look like the back end of a baby's arse for fuck. But yeah, whenever somebody says like, or apparently.
But it's like it's not apparently. It's apparently.
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 Do you see?
Apparently.
Is just a Belfast person's way of saying allegedly. And even if you know something is absolutely true, apparently the sky's blue, you say apparently before it, because if you say apparently, nobody can hold you to
Not
it.
libelous.
Yeah.
If you say apparently.
Yeah, it's not libelous if you say apparently, like you go, apparently she's been banging him behind her. See,
See it with
speaking
your own two eyes.
of heterophemizing, I don't know why this just came into my head, but whenever you were talking about people banging people, my cousin's friend, right, was up in the pub, and do you remember the those wee things were going about, and it was a lottery ticket, you know, the scratch cards?
Yeah.
But it was fake ones, but they looked like real scratch cards, but basically people would scratch them off and think they'd won £100,000.
Oh, I'd be livid.
So you get, like, it's a prank. Do you know what I mean?
I love it.
And
Don't you ever. Don't you ever.
my cousin was up in the pub and they were all standing around, and there was this fella, he's not a close friend of his, but he knows him. And they were at the bar, and this guy's mates gave him one of those. And he was really, really drunk, and he was scratching away. Apparently it was his birthday or something. Somebody put it inside a birthday card, as you do. And he was scratching away, and he was like, what the fuck? I've just won $100,000. Oh my God, oh my God. And his girlfriend, who he'd been with for about 6 years, turned around and went, oh my God, we're rich. And he went, what the fuck are you on about? We're rich. I've been doing a line with your friend, your best mate, behind your back for a year now. You fucking, we're over. And all his mates were starting, going,
Oh, no.
mate, it's a, and he was going, fuck off, that's us. You're not getting a penny.
Good riddance. What a bastard.
I know.
Oh, that makes me nauseous.
I feel like I want
Yeah.
to. Anytime I hit a year with a fella, I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy him a scratch card and see if he drops me.
Let's see if I'm wasting my time.
Yeah. But see me. But he's a fool anyway. Because if I was in the felons once, and I was
Felons?
the felons.
Like felony? Like people with felony?
It's a Republican bar in
For
Oh, I thought you meant like you're into felons. Like you're...
That was a dirty word before of
my
the
fingers
week,
up the
remember?
fucking
But,
asshole. Very good.
It actually was like a bar started for ex-convicts.
So you had to have a felony, or like you had to have a conviction against you to drink in there. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
I was seeing you were saying before about people being sandwiched. I was speaking to people before, and they were saying about like if there was any cross community meetings and all that go to the Fallons, that'd be no problem at all because it was a pre-agreed thing. But I was in the Fallons once, and I was playing hamster racing on my phone, and I got $5 in it, and I won 140 quid. And I don't know what was wrong with me, but I thought that was $1 million. And I was like, what is shots for everybody and all? I woke up the next day, minus 200 quid in my account. It was when contactless just come in, and it didn't catch up right away. So I woke up the next day, minus 200 quid in my account, and I still had the 140 in Tombola. You know,
but you won. And Tombola. I love a wee bit of Tombola.
I know.
I do. So you won 140, and you spent 200 on shots.
Well, I had money in my account as well. So. Let me tell you, rent wasn't paid that much.
You were queen for a day.
Queen for 3 hours, can't remember how long.
I love you, Brónagh.
We had a good gig last Friday, didn't we?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Did you like it too?
It was amazing.
I was, did Paddy go down really well?
Yeah.
We were on the the Doyen. I don't know why I said that there. In the Doyen on Friday, and it was brilliant crack. I actually have to say, there were friends of mine who showed up, and I didn't even really get talking to them after because I had the most blinding. What was I like? It was like the most blinding headache, and I was exhausted. I hadn't really slept all week. Like every night, it was only getting like an hour and a half. So I was like, oh fuck, what's this going to be like in here? But I really enjoyed it. It was brilliant.
It was a great night.
I thought maybe they were a wee bit afraid of me at first, but
it sounds fancy.
They were lovely.
Whereabouts is it?
The King's Head.
I can see the thing, a wee top hat over the thing and all. I've seen it driving past.
Yeah. It was a lovely room, but weren't they?
Yeah.
They were so nice. Like, it went so smoothly. Sean organised it.
Oh, very good. Is it a new good comedy club, or is it just a one-off?
Yeah, so it's
going to be a comedy club.
It's going to be semi-regular, so...
Yeah.
Next one's with Paddy Ruff.
What is it?
Next one's with Paddy Ruff.
Next one's Paddy Ruff, yeah. It'll be brilliant. It's a great wee venue as well, so if you get the chance, I'll share it, the next one that's on. And go, because it's really nice we set up as well. It was set up like in a cabaret style, wasn't it? Wherever it was all tables and people were just, able to sit around their tables and stuff and watch it.
Nice dinners in there as well.
In the back of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like a meal deal. You can go and get your dinner and see a comedy show. It's great. Yeah. Great fucking date.
I had a wee portion of salted chili chips in the green room.
They were lovely.
Great.
I went home and wished that I had got more of those, though. Whenever you get the taste for something, and then you go home and you go, yeah, I heterophemized there, though, because I was talking about diazepam, and this fella that was in the crowd was like, do you want some? But whatever way he said it, I was like, he's definitely on the benzos. And we were all laughing, and I was like, no, seriously, I think he's drooling, because he was like, want some? I was like, yo! I didn't get to see him after, though, to get my diazepams. I'm fucking raging. I could have done with a few of them.
Help the headache, anyway.
Yeah. Do you know, you reminded me of something, though? Whenever you told me about your therapist making fun of you.
A classic, yeah.
A classic. My friend went in to get herself a wee, those wee vapes, the disposable ones.
Yeah.
And she said to the guy, yes, it was on the shop on the Grosvenor Road. And she went in and she said to him, can I have a wee Lost Mary there, please? And he went, yes, no problem. What flavour do you want? And she went, just a wee, watermelon or something. And this guy... his mate was walking behind him into the stock room, but as he was walking in carrying these boxes, he just went, watermelon, right? And she was traumatized. She was like, did I say it? Because she went just to be watermelon or something, and the fella went, watermelon,
they're so
watermelon.
They're so weird.
But Eva turned around him and went is he fucking making fun of me? Yeah. And he went, I'm so sorry, love. He does shit like that all the time. We're fucking telling them all the time just to stop just talking randomly. And she was like. Then she decided to be funny and she was like, I'm going to go and get my husband to come up here. And he was like, please don't. But now, anytime I see her, I can't help but go to her.
It's extended.
Watermelon. And sometimes we'll send each other voice notes. She's my best mate, so we see each other all the time. But I'll be up in the middle of the night making a child a bottle and I'll just think to myself, watermelon. So I'll send her a wee voice note watermelon.
Does this happen to you? I don't. If me and Jazz were doing hot water over in Liverpool, and on the way back on the Stena line,
oh god,
the girl says, "What's your name?" I says, "Bronagh Kate." Says, "How do you spell your first name? Why do you spell your first name?" I says, "BRONAGH." And she was like, what? And I was like, B-R-O-N-G-H. And she couldn't get what I was saying. And
then I go up and I say my name. My name is spelled very ghetto. Like it's not it's not like a cute like Princess Jasmine.
Yeah.
It's like my mom could barely speak English and try to write out Jasmine type of thing.
Where's your mummy from?
She's Puerto Rican.
Oh, is your mummy Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Puerto Rican!
I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, I love it. I love it.
Heterophemize it all over the place here.
No, it made me feel at home. It was beautiful. But I gave her my name, and it was just like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And,
Really?
Yeah.
You were like, so you can speak Puerto Rican, but you can't do an Irish. Do you know
that's
why when you
I
realised?
said to her, I went, why couldn't you spell my name and you could spell hers? She goes, because she talks right.
She said she speaks properly.
Where was she from?
Belfast!
Oh, she's from Belfast. She was staying in the upper decks. Was she the ones that were like, women and children first, but not your kind? Do you know what I mean? Fucking. Do you know I only realised though?
If you're just sorry, go.
Sorry, go ahead. I only realised not long ago that well, obviously I knew, but you know the way we say like BRONAGH, that like other people don't say like they'll say A, just
Yeah.
like I will say A if I'm doing the alphabet because you're taught A, B, C, D. But is that Irish thing?
Do you know what
is
it
that
is?
an Irish
I learned
thing?
what this was like literally 2 weeks ago. Do you know Ross Mitchell?
Yeah.
Ross Mitchell and I have heavy debates all the time. We're very different politics, but he's a brilliant fella.
Yeah, I love him.
Brilliant
Love
guy.
him.
But we're talking, and for whatever reason, I was spelling stuff again. Spelling things all the time. But I said and I said H. But we worked at it. I think it was it Cahir who brought it up?
I think it was Cahir.
But Catholics learned the alphabet and then also learned it phonetically. So it'd be A, B, K, D. It was like that, and that's why H is H.
Yeah.
And as A, but
So we were doing phonetics long before anybody else.
we're
Is that
more
basically what it was?
intelligent than the
And here,
masses,
tell me this: is the A, is that in as Gaeilge? Like, is it
That's
A?
like the way I always thought of it. I always thought, I say that like that because I went to the Irish school.
Yeah.
That's like when people say, "Why do you say it like that?" That's what I say. I just go, "Oh, because I went to the Irish school." That's the way.
I went to the Irish school, so I say it properly. Do you know whenever I used to go into school, there was this woman that worked behind you went to the same school as me, and it fucking annoyed me one time because I was going in to sign in late, as usual, and she'd only started in the office, and she went to me, "Hi, what way do you spell your name, Brónagh? What way do you?" And I went, BRONAGH, and she went, "Oh, see, my sister's Brónagh too, but she spells it the proper way." And I went,
well, to be fair,
No.
Dick, ACH. And I was like, no, ACH, is that not more masculine? Also, it's like AGH. I was like, this is the proper way. I am the Brónagh. You bastard.
I think our one is slightly more anglicised. Somebody told me that years ago.
No, I
Like
thought
CH is-
Brónagh, like BRONACH, was masculine because Brónagh used to be was more used in males than it was in females. And then
Explains so much.
GH. Yeah, actually, it does, doesn't it?
So
Not your
Yeah.
fucking two Brónaghs.
It's so weird because my birth certificate
Amazing.
says it's properly spelled.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said.
Oh yeah! When swear to fuck, nobody whipped out a pen down in City Hall and went, "Actually, wee Monica, you're spelling that incorrect." Like, hang on a minute there.
So Jasmine, what way do you spell Jasmine then?
JAZMYNNE.
That's really cool.
That is
Actually,
cool.
I
Not
really
when
like
you're in America.
I love that.
That's actually class.
Yeah, Jasmine, baby.
you always get
Better
Yaz.
fucking believe
I
it.
do get yazzed a lot. Yeah.
Do you get Yaz?
Yeah.
Yasmin?
Yasmin.
Get yazzed.
But the fact
Yasmin.
that
Yasmin
it
was the
actually
name of my
is
pill that I
jazz.
was on for a few years there. But apparently it gives
Yeah.
you blood clots. So
Yeah.
You fucking bomber clot. Blood clot.
What's that do? What's going on?
No, she's you even understand.
Is that
Yeah.
Ali G?
You know the rasclat. You know,
Boom clot.
blood clot.
You
No.
batty man.
Butty boy.
Big body girl.
Oh my god, I've
On
missed
the river. No?
Yes, no, everybody gonna be whining and ting. Yeah, Everybody be Bronagh's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I really feel like I've missed something.
Do you know? My obviously my fella, he's from London, and you know they have that kind of speak. So he doesn't talk like that. He doesn't. But I never really knew what that was until like you hear people sort of speaking like that, and you go, oh right, you know, like whenever you go into like the Jamaican sort of cafes and stuff, and like people are
West Indies.
Yeah, you know all the
West
Jamaican
Indies,
Yeah, out there, around, yeah.
Well,
like
there's some around.
where they serve like Ital food and stuff, and but they're all like, "You bumba clot, get out of here before me mark ya." I like that one. I say that to the kids.
She's so good.
Get out of here before me mark ya. You know, that's how you raise children.
You're poor kids.
I know. They don't
What about
get
the
enough.
slipper half of them?
I don't. Actually, my kids, I'm the soft one. My kids are just
Right
fucking
enough.
run rings around me, aye. But my friend Robin, who is an absolute doll, she is from Philly originally. And she
I lived there for 10 years.
Did you? Oh, yes, we were talking about this before. But she was like, I was talking to her about how, I was like, well, sometimes, this is going to be very controversial, actually. I was like, well, sometimes kids do need fucking a good stern talking to and need a good smack in the arse. Do you know what I mean? If they're being wee bastards, like. And she was like, yes. She was like, I love seeing a kid getting spanked, but no, she wasn't saying that, but she was like, what is it with people nowadays, like, especially, like, white people who, well, see, Robin isn't white, but she was like, you know, and they don't, and their kids are just being absolutely horrible and running around in airports and stuff, and they don't get, like, come here. You don't even know who's getting trailed by the ear. Get you over here. Fucking does them no harm. Didn't do me any harm.
We're all fine.
We're totally fine. My therapist says that was okay.
My therapist said I'm fat. same therapist as Brónagh.
The doctor phoned me back the other day because I told him I was really depressed. He told me to stop eating white bread.
What?
Isn't that ridiculous?
He told me, he was like, I don't know, he's talking all this shit. He's like a locum, right? He says, I'm sorry, I really just talked over everything you were talking about, but it just came into my head there. I needed to get it out of me. I needed to talk about it. I was like really depressed, you know, my head's fried, whatever. He says, you need to go for a walk. You need to stop eating white bread. Start eating brown bread. And I was like, what about drugs? And he goes, okay, here's 14 diazepam as well then. And I was like, fuck,
brilliant, happy days.
my twos.
I went, mate, I'm going to be brown bread if you don't fucking give me more diazepam. Hold on a minute. What the hell? Stop eating white bread.
And stop taking milk in your coffee. So he says, or take a bus.
But my
He needs a spanking. He didn't get a spanking.
My life is
Yeah.
depressing enough. Do you know what I mean? See, that's what I mean. Like, in terms of, like, I want to say, like, Irish Maz would probably, I think it was actually Robin, she can correct me if I'm wrong, that made this comparison. She was like, Irish Maz are like Black Maz. America. Yeah, just
I believe it.
Yeah,
Well, that's what we started this our podcast and all about because there's so many crossovers between Irish, particularly Irish nationalist history and Black history, Black culture. Obviously, Black people went through that more on a bigger scale, but like the whole concept of no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, and all.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
lot of,
especially whenever you look at Bloody Sunday and about what the protest originally was for. We were inspired by Martin Luther King and the Black Rights Movement to go, well, we want civil rights as well.
Yeah.
Well, what? They're getting civil rights in America and we don't even have them over here. Let's try this. Do you know what I mean? In fact, Bernadette Macalinski, interesting factoid, fucking love that woman. When she was awarded the Freedom of the City in New York, she gave the key to the leader of the Black Panthers. And she said that she feels more solidarity with the Black Panthers than she does with Irish Americans who, you know, claimed Irish heritage, because she was like, you guys have forgotten the run of lost the run of yourselves in terms of like this privilege. She was like, you've forgotten what the struggle's all about.
Well, maybe not to get deep, but maybe that's what spanking all comes down to. If it's all the oppressed people that have to spank because you have to go into a world that's not going to give you what you want.
Well, this is it, yeah, because I think kids nowadays as well. But I've seen it, you know, examples of it really close to home where, like, they're given absolutely everything and they want for nothing. And it's like, you know, not even Christmas time, but the best of gear, the best of goodies. Like, I was running about in fucking Nikoskis. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, we used to call them Nigger Max Pompadalians. Like, these
What'd you say?
shittest.
What'd you say?
These shittest. Nigger Max Pompadalians. Like, these shittest. My Nigger Max. Nigger. In fact, my stepbrother had a pair of Guddies trainers from running shoes from like Lidl or something, right? And they were called Scorpolites.
Ooh.
Right? So me and my sister made up a song that we would sing to him, right? Our Connell, and we used to go, here comes Connie in a Scorpolite spasmos, Scorpolito, shitey Scorpolito. You lick a man, a stick a man, away he go. And he's going, Mommy! I don't want to wear these fucking shoes anymore. That builds character, right? So now you've got these kids that are running about in trainers that were bought for them on a Tuesday just because they needed new stuff, and they were like £180. Do you know what I mean? And then whenever they're 16 and they go out and get a job, they're like, why do I have to stand and work at McDonald's for £7 an hour? Like, or fucking £5 an hour? They don't know.
So
They kind of feel like they're owed all this stuff, and they don't know
Entitled.
how much fucking work goes into just getting this shit. So yeah, we fucking tug in the ear and we get the fuck over here and knock your bullocks and the rest is why I hate your dad. There's no harm. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
And I think it's to do with us not being as skint anymore as well. I think, like,
Yeah.
because you do, like, my wee sister's 5, and it's so hard to not give her the whole world. Like, I'm skint. The government robbed me, right? I was skint last week.
government took my baby.
Do you know they are allowed to take 20% of your wages? See, years ago, they didn't tax me, right? And I owed them £900. And then I was paying direct debit, whatever, it's fine. I changed bank accounts, the direct debit didn't carry over. They stole £460 of my wages. And I was like, right, I'm skint.
Were you on an emergency tax code or something?
No, I was on the wrong tax code when I was like 18. It was absolutely scandalous. But anyway, I had like £6 in my pocket, and I was like, 200 days. One at the B&M or
Aye.
it's like, but you can't help yourself. Because I think it's
Yeah.
because, like, I know you were so skint when you were younger, and like,
Yeah, and you just don't want them to ever kind of go through anything that you went through that you felt desolate about. I think that's why I find it really kind of hard to punish them in certain aspects, like making them go to their room and stuff, but it's not the same as whenever we had to go to our room. Like, you went to your room and you were sitting in your fucking room reading the dictionary. This is what this is all about. That's why it didn't do me any harm, like, but you'd fuck all else to do, whereas they're like sitting in the room watching the TV and they have everything at their fingertips. And I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't want them to have that shit. But then you go, a wee bit of that doesn't do you any harm. Like, it's actually character building, and it shows you that you shouldn't be an entitled spoilt wee fucker. Do as you're fucking told. But sometimes I shout so loud in the mornings, my neighbours fucking brush their teeth and get their shoes on. Like, seriously, it's not bad. My street echoes too. It's like a big fucking echo chamber. So whenever I go, Kai, it's like, Kai, get up fucking here. But yeah.
Puerto
Anyhow.
Ricans have what's called the chancla.
Oh,
You know what that is?
no.
It's just like I don't know what you guys would call them here, like flip flops.
what was the word you used?
The flip-flop. Do you get hit with the flip-flop?
Like a shoe, it would just come out of nowhere, just
Get away.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's like whenever we get, well, your ma used to get the slipper. We used to get the
Ah,
slipper.
yeah, so
like, or she
same
would,
thing.
I never
sure.
actually remember getting hit, but my ma would get the belt and make that snappy noise.
Yeah.
It was the fear of
And
it.
the fear of the shite to be running down your leg. You'd be like, oh my god, please don't hit me.
I don't
with
think
the
I
belt.
was ever hit. I don't think I was ever hit. And I was really,
Tell.
yeah, I knew I was going to say it.
Yeah, is it obvious?
Yeah.
But like, I was always, my granny, always like the fear, like she would just go for like the ice cream sitting there, she'd be like, would just go
Aye.
towards it, you know, and like you'd be like, okay, sorry,
Yeah.
behave.
Please don't commit assault on me. Yeah. I know, it's mad, like, whenever you think about it, you shouldn't be allowed to, like, hurt your kids. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think
But-
you should hit them, but I think strong verbal command. See, my dog, I've never ever laid a hand on her. Right, my dad. Listen,
exactly
I'm not
the
to
same.
brag, but I've
Right.
never hit my dog, and my dad always goes to me. my it is the same.
Your dog
My-
has to contribute to society.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's my emotional support dog.
Bye.
My dad always shouts to me, he's like, you need to give him a wee tap in the arse, because they are like, he had the wallpaper on the walls, right? Okay, I was bold, but I told him I was bold, and he hasn't done it again.
Did he say, do you know what I actually was thinking
He was
about
just
the other
ashamed of
day?
himself.
This is going to be one of my random fucking things, but This is the kind of shit I think about before bed, right? I once was Googling, like, where do hamsters live in the wild, okay? So, it turns out, Afghanistan. But, fuck, there's not many now. But there's loads of holes for them to go in. But, I was sitting one night before bed, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be hilarious if, like, dogs laughed? Or, like, they had tickles? Do you know what I mean? Because my ma would tickle her dog and go, oh, and I was like, it doesn't have tickles, mummy. The dog doesn't have tickles. And then I was like, wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if you tickled your dog and the dog's actually went like, the way they bark. And like Muttley, the dog, in the cartoon laughs. Like, what would you be like if cats and dogs giggled?
You would need no other people in your life, ever.
Ever?
Can I tell you something bad that Seamus did? That's really impacting. I'll get rid of you if Seamus could laugh. So I have recently, as in 2 days ago, Jazz came with me, I had to get my implant took out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know why I'm so mental right now? Why I'm so depressed? Seamus stood on my arm. And he's a big boy. He's only 11 months, like, but he broke the
Seamus
implant.
Is a dog?
Seamus is my dog,
right,
my
okay.
love of my life. He's brilliant. Jazz hates him. We shame him both.
I don't hate him.
She won't touch him. It really annoys me.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a gorgeous one. He's wee Labrador, chocolate
The
lab.
big black
Oh,
dog.
chocolate lab?
Yeah, but he's... What did you just say?
Big black
Just call
dog.
my dog.
I thought you said big black knob. I was like, yes. I can see why she loves him.
Look at that guy.
Oh God, he is gorgeous. He is gorgeous.
Anyway, so but he stood in my arm. Like he's on the raw dad, right? So he's a big guy. He broke my implant, and it was released too much hormone, and it's made me
Psycho.
crazy.
Yeah, hold on. Psycho.
Yeah, no, he broke it because he's big heavy boy.
God,
so
your implant broke, so was it just
it
like
was-
we like the
it was
Hulk? Like,
bent. I didn't notice. I was like, why am I mum appeared for 10 weeks here, and why do I want to kill everyone? And then I figured it out, and
you could have killed somebody and got away with it on a technicality.
Not with my mom around.
she came with me, and I was like, can she come into the room with me? Because it was just like, I was real hyper that day.
When
And
you
the girl
thought
was-
I abused you?
I know, she was like, because she was an abusive partner.
Oh
But
my
but then she also was like, in case she records it. And I was like, it's scandalous. But she was like, right, ready? I was lying there, like that, on the table. She goes, ready? I was like, yeah. And she goes,
Gun
just
show.
touched it. And then she went, oh, I forgot to put the local anesthetic in. What? My God, it could have been sliced open. I had to get 3 stitches.
Oh my God, she forgot to give you the local anaesthetic.
Yeah, but she had just touched my skin with a scalpel or whatever it was.
But you were actually going to let her.
Yeah, I was
Were
like,
you not like, hold on a wee minute? Like,
yeah, I've got tattoos. And
I feel like we're missing a part.
fuck me. I wouldn't get one of those. In fact,
Wouldn't
do you
recommend
know the time it was suggested to me, the nurse actually went like this. So there's this, and you can have the, and she went, I can tell just by the look on your face that that's not going to be for you, because I must have went. You know, like, what the fuck?
It's just like a wee noodle. It's just like a wee noodle inside your arm. But I had it when I was 18, and I was on my period for 8 months.
Jesus.
8 months straight. It was a contraceptive, and it's meant to stop you getting pregnant. But
course it's
who's-
going to.
Who's banging when their dudes fucking lashing?
You're raw dogging. There's actually a word for. In fact, you know what? We'll get to it because I'll tell you it's the dirty word of the week. And then I was actually, because whenever I'm googling like things, I know my Google search history is
So
probably
curious to say it.
ridiculous. But I looked up. In fact, we'll do that for the wee Patreon part, because I looked up like all these words, and there is a name for like whenever you're having sex on your period. But here is the dirty word of the week.
Naughty.
Autopederasty.
Yes.
Autopederasty.
Yes.
What's the start of it?
Autopederasty.
Auto.
Shut up.
Auto pederasty if you're naughty.
Auto pederasty.
When you do something yourself, you do something on yourself.
Yeah.
Pederasty. Keb? Is there anything to do with kebs?
Do you know? I'll show you with a helpful diagram, right? I have this book, and it's because I was Googling so many strange things, I ended up just buying this book that was like an encyclopedia of sexual paraphilias or sexual behaviours. And autopederasty refers to a man inserting his penis into his own anus. This is not physically possible for all men, but can be pleasurable for those who achieve it. The anus is lubricated, the testicles are pushed to one side, and the semi-erect glans penis is pushed into the anus. Ejaculation is not considered possible due to the position of the detumescence of the penis.
Yeah.
Right. It must be
I was
because
just working out logistics of that in my head.
imagine you got yourself pregnant in the ass.
It would have to be a very specific, like, type of boner.
There's
You
a
know what I mean? It would have-
diagram. There's a diagram.
Whoa.
That's a low arsehole. That's like that arsehole's where good should be.
Yeah, like he'd be
am I-
moving his ball sack to get this arsehole.
Have you ever seen the show that's in
So it's
Las
basically
Vegas?
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Why don't you go and commit an act of auto-pederasty, you moron? You know, there you go. There is a really helpful way to tell someone to go and fuck themselves without using the F word.
Do you reckon he said it on ITV?
Yeah, we could totally say it on TV.
Instead of being like, go fuck yourself.
Just be like, you auto-pederast! Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, totally.
scandalous.
You could say it in BBC.
See the position of them bollocks?
Yeah.
It reminds me, there's a show, you'd love
how it
it.
works.
You'd love it. There's a show, and it's like a live action show in Las Vegas, and it's like, what's it called? It's men doing, it's like balloon animals with your williard and bollocks.
Oh.
And they do like, that looks like the burger, which is your like half limp williard, bent in half, and then your two bollocks on either side, and it looks like a wee burger. There's the Eiffel Tower.
Hold on, they make like balloon animals out of their willy.
Out of the bits, yeah.
Yes! I would totally watch this.
I think it's on like TLC, like a special of it, but it's definitely a show in Las Vegas.
I'm fucking raging that I don't have a willy because I reckon I would
I'd
attempt
be
to
doing
make
all
balloon
sorts.
animals.
I'd be
pregnant.
You would need to be pretty. You'd need to be pretty well endowed, though. You would need to like. What if all you could make was a mushroom? Do you know what I mean? Like, there it is.
Chris Angel Man Freak is getting really weird.
Man freak. Freak's my man. Oh, fuck, I love
I
it.
just can't imagine.
So, yeah.
Because I don't have to-
What would you do if you were with someone
No.
and they decided that they were going to try and do that themselves, though? That you imagine being with someone. If I walked in,
You judge them.
No.
Yeah, you would.
Yes, you would.
I was talking just openly about the concept of eating hoop, and she's so judgmental about it.
I'm not
Rude.
judging. You see, this is what she does. She switches it. She switches it.
Fake
Why?
news.
Will you pro it?
No, but that doesn't mean I'm against you doing it.
I didn't say it was me.
I just couldn't imagine. Sorry.
oh my god,
I'm sorry.
right? I want to know whether or not we should take this bit over to the Patreon because yeah.
Let's cut it here, and then if you want to find out what
movie.
we think of auto-pederasty,
If you want to find out what we think of auto-pederasty, come over to the Patreon. Sure, it's only £1, and if you fancy giving us some more,
Audio pedestry.
you know that's. But yes, we're going to talk about eating hoop because I found a really interesting description of that. And thank you so much for watching Word Up, and we'll see all our wee fucklers over on the Patreon. Thank you so much.
Back in the 90s when I was a girl, we didn't have the internet to figure out the world. There was no more